Hello, and thank you for coming to have a look at this video. Today we're going to look at the best ways to get your new camera. As you see, there is many cameras. These are just from 2011 and 2012, the Canon's range, starting at the beginning level, advanced and professional. But you don't really want to buy a professional one if you're just starting out. You don't buy a big posh car just when you're learning to drive. You start off with something more simpler, and if you have an accident or it gets damaged, you're not as worried. Well, you should look at it the same way with a camera. Start with a cheaper one and work your way up when you get used to the controls. Or this is what will happen. You'll end up looking at a camera like this one for over £3,000. Do you really need to spend £3,000 on a camera? Well, no you don't. So let's look at a better way to look at it. This, of course, is eBay. And what I've typed in is, we've picked a Canon camera kit in digital cameras. You come up with a screen like this. What you need to do is you need to scroll down this side and you need to choose that you want it in the UK only, as if you buy a camera from abroad you will have customs charges, and if it's coming from abroad it's got a longer travel and it may get damaged. So I've gone to buy it now price to have a look at these. And we start off, and this is what you need to do. Even if you pick the make, you might have picked a model and you may be able to get the better one for the same price as what your budget is. So if you look down today, this camera here is £100 plus £10 postage for a Canon 10-1000D 10 megapixel camera with its lenses. By scrolling down you'll find much more expensive ones. This is a buy now price, not the auction one. Now you would use this as an example of what camera you want to buy at the price point you want to buy. So if you say I want to spend £200, and you would find what's the best camera that you can get at a buy now price that's in the range of £200, and then that's what you'll look at. The best camera, the highest number for that price. Now of course on a buy now price you might have additional things, not just the body of the camera, but lenses, filters, and a number of other things that might be included in the price. Now you need to take this into account. Like this one is £192 and comes with this equipment. But most of this equipment, if you look closely, is actually what you get anyway. Camera body, lens, charger, SD card, battery. Now those are the 4 things that you need for any camera that you want to buy. You will need them as the basic thing. Without them, with any one of them missing, you won't be able to take pictures. But you're looking for this camera at £100 and £200. Now if you take this as this is the maximum you're going to pay, you don't want to go to the auction part of the site and look for a camera and bid on it for them same items and spend more on it. Because what's the point? Why waste money? And yes, we're starting at nice low prices when you come onto the auction bit. Within the last few minutes of any auction, these prices jump like mad and take it out Set your budget for whatever camera you're going to bid on, and don't go over it. Missing out on one camera, there's plenty more to choose from. So, say we have a camera. We've picked a kit and we know the 4 items that we need. Can we buy them separately, cheaper than we can buy them as a set? So, you first would look at a body. You have the bodies of the camera, starting with a 300D for £45. And as you see, it does come with a battery and charger, which you would expect with the body of a camera. So you will look down and find the model that you want. A 10D, £85. After you've picked that, you look at a lens. Now, all Canons with EOS will put any of the lenses that say the EOS on them. So there is a cheap 55-200 for £20. If you go into it, you need to check when you're getting a lens that the lens is working. So that one you wouldn't go for. There is no point going for a lens, even though it might be cheap, if it's not working. You want a clean, tidy lens for your camera. It will take time to scroll down looking for any lenses that are in your price range, technically cheap. So there's a Sigma one. Will that fare any better? No, it says the aperture is faulty. There is no point spending money on a lens that's faulty. You will just keep going until you find the first working lens that says it's clean and that you know it will fit on your camera. We will look later on at other lenses that you might find are going to be cheaper than whatever lens we find here is the best working one. But at the minute, we're just looking at what precisely will fit on the camera that you have chosen. Now, we've picked a Canon system because Canon is the #1 system. Therefore, they've sold a lot of cameras, and then means they have a lot of ones for second hand, or people who have started and just gived up and put the things up. So you find the lens. Now you want an SD card. This top one is 8 GB for only £5.27. You really want 2, so you have a spare in case one gets full or gets faulty. Look into that later on and go into more depth. But even just taking it, an 8 GB SD card with a real proper name for just over £5. Even buying 2, £10, and that includes delivery. So we've got the camera body, we've picked a lens, we've got 2 SD cards, so now we go for battery. Now it doesn't say this one will fit the camera, but it says it fits in a 1000D. Now this battery charger has an LED display to show you how it is. It's USB, so it is smaller, it is lighter, it will fit in your bag better, and you can take it around. And it comes with 2 batteries. And once again, 2 batteries is good. 3 or 4 batteries is better, but 2 batteries is a good start. And once again, even just for that, it's £11. So memory card, batteries, £22. For the cheapest lens, buying it straight out, really, you can go to other sites other than eBay. There's plenty of others, and there's also MBP and other online sites that you can go to for buying lenses without bidding, and they come in for the 17 to 55 at about £38 delivered. So if you take it, then you've got 38, you've got £11 for your SD cards, £11 for your battery, and £85. But you'll end up with a plug-in charger which is much heavier, much bigger, so therefore you won't want to transport that around too many times. This is really heavy, and having a 3-pin plug on it, it doesn't go that well for going away and transporting and that lot. Good home one, but you don't know when it's full because it just gives you a display and that's it. So if you use the simple bits and take the bits one bit at a time, you can find a camera to suit you. So 85, £38 for lens, £11 SD cards, £11 battery. Now that is cheaper than the kit we're seeing. Take into account that you will have brand new SD cards, brand new batteries, and you will have whatever it is for that. But you will make a note of that, and you will use that as your point for when you're bidding. So we have a 1300 one here. Up to 50. So it is a better camera, so of course it's a higher price. But what will that end up at? It certainly won't go less than 100, because it's still got 4 days. But if you take your time, you will get yourself a decent camera. All it takes is the time of scrolling down, having a look at each one, put them onto your watch list, see what they go for in price. If they stay cheap and not many people are bidding on it, but make sure when you look at it, you read the description carefully, make sure it's working, make sure it's intact, there's no damage to it. If it comes with a lens, make sure it's clean and the aperture is smooth. If you're not sure, ask the questions. But of course, bidding will probably get you a cheaper camera than buying it, unless someone is really wanting to get rid of their camera and you have gone through this process of pricing the items that you get in whatever kit there is. You might find a kit which is value. You might find a kit which offers you more and makes it easier for you. But always remember, check out, make notes, keep a check of how much an item is. And as I say, you need to go for a relatively new Canon, on the grounds that older Canons used to use CF cards, not SD cards. SD cards are cheap to buy. CF cards, compact flash, are really expensive, and the only way around a CF card camera is to buy an adapter, and then you can put the SD card in it, and then that brings the price down. You want more than one SD card, you want more than one CF card. So I hope this helps you in picking your camera. Always remember, you need to find it in the UK or you will be hit by customs. You need to always ask the questions. You need to look and look again. Don't leave things till the last minute. Don't rush into buying something that you might find does not suit you, or said it was broken and you missed it. You need time. It's like buying a house at auction. You need to read the legal pack. This is keeping it simple. Until next time, please like, comment and subscribe. Thank you.